I named them Hit to Key as a reference to Pokemon Vietnamese Crystal, an incredibly cursed ROM hack that's been machine translated back and forth between languages something like 3 or 4 times. So Hit to Key is what it calls a critical hit, and I think that's really funny. Anyway, it got shoved in the PC where it's probably going to stay forever. I skipped my Route 6 encounter entirely for later fishing usage, and I rampaged through the ship with basically no issues despite triggering the rival encounter earlier than I expected, once again. But had no issues, cleaned out the ship, and my Nidoqueen Revia basically soloed Lieutenant Surge. So no deaths, smooth sailing, pretty much rolling with the same team. And after shoving some TMs into my team, called her a day.
There you go. And so this is all new to you, right? This is uncharted territory in Gen 1 now.
Yes. I think I mentioned in our first episode that I'd never played a Gen 1 game to completion before,
Hmm.
or finished it, I guess. Finished completion can imply different things, but I'd only ever played through the Cerulean Gym before. I'd only ever beaten Misty, and then that was it. So this was all totally new for me.
That's so
So you
weird.
haven't got the Pokédex and then put your Game Boy printer attachment on and printed out the Pokédex certificate for completing it?
I never even finished the
No.
Pokedex as a kid.
I didn't either.
That was an impossible task.
Yeah,
150?
I couldn't catch
That's
No
so
way.
many.
I couldn't catch a Tauros or a Scyther.
Yeah.
I'd
Also,
I'd read as a kid, so
yeah, Hugh, you and me, we both grew up in the middle of nowhere.
yeah,
So didn't
exactly.
exactly have a bunch of kids around to trade with.
Yeah, couldn't afford no link cable. What am I, Jeff Bezos?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. But so the rival battle, no issues really, even though it
Yeah,
caught you
no
by
issues.
surprise.
I kind of panicked live on stream because I didn't think I was walking into the battle, but I outleveled all his team because he was pretty pathetic and just kind of humiliated his Pokemon one by one.
I think I think this rival battle was when I was we are talking behind the scenes, about the rival caps and everything. I like looked at this rival
Right.
battle. I'm like, wait, if we're level cap for Misty, we're already over leveled for this rival battle, and that's kind of was my thought
Yeah.
process in getting rid
I
of the
think
rival cap.
I think it's fine really as a kind of a first time player. It was nice
Mm,
to get ambushed by that, but also not really have any problems. Like I had to make some adjustments, but it
yeah.
wasn't too bad a deal. I didn't, suffer a death because I hadn't meticulously planned out my route. So it felt
Yeah.
good that I could make that kind of error and not get punished for it.
All right. Do you have anything else you want to add to your week, or do you think
Uh,
we about covered
no,
it?
I think that about calls for it. I'll leave the rest, what changes I've made to my team, to be revealed when we do our PvP battles.
Ooh, man of mystery. All right, I'll jump in next. We started off Route 3. We went south of Cerulean City to Route 5 in the hopes of getting an Abra so I can be a cool kid like Vimbert, but alas, I duped out. But Route 5 and Route 6 is just the next route south, is like the same encounter tables for yellow. And I was like, well, this one I'll get a Abra, but I did dupes out, but I caught Jigglypuff, named it Kerbo. Shout out to my first Nuzlocke run on my channel. I also like Kerbo carried me like all the way. Wigglytuff carried me like through most of the mid game, but in that one I lost like 4 Pokemon to the second rival battle on Route 22 because
Ooh,
I knew there was a rival battle, but I didn't know what levels they were. I didn't look it up. It was like the first time, my first Nuzlocke ever, and I just like went in there with like I had one level 8 Pokemon, the rest were like all 3 and 4, and his Pidgey just like killed 4 people and killed 4 Pokemon, and I was like, well, good thing I picked Bulbasaur. Or the run would have been over right there. But after Route 6, we made it into Vermilion City. I grabbed that old rod and put it in the bank because I bought Magikarp last week on Route 4. So the encounter for Magikarp. And then after that, I went over to get my Route 11 counter, and we got the big Drowsy, named him Sandman, who is a big pickup, but not this week. He doesn't evolve till level 28, so he's in the PC right now, but he will. I plan for him to come out next week. He's a pretty good. Well, he's psychic in Gen 1, so that automatically moves him up a tier. Just he could be like the worst Pokemon ever, but you attach the psychic typing onto anything, and it's better in Gen 1.
That is
Oh,
what I'm learning.
yeah, it's pretty good. Then we went to the SS Anne because I needed cut to go any further. I took an opposite approach. I was like, I'm going to try to get as many counters as was safe, but the level cap kind of keeps you in check. So
Hmm.
I went to the SSN and I knew where the rival was, so I went to the SSN like fully healed in health. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna just go do the rival battle right away, so I know like it's done and over with, and I can clear the rest of it out. And the rival was easy. I think he's pretty weak in all versions this week. He got stomped along with the rest of the SSN. Picked up those two big TMs in the SSN. There might be three, but the two big ones are Body Slam and Rest.
Yeah,
Grab both of
there
those.
might have been a third one.
There is a third one. I can't remember what it was though. Oh well. After that, we got out, and now that we had cut, we backtracked to Cerulean City, where we went. Holy, cardinal direction. We went east. We cut, and we went to Route 9, where I finally joined the Cool Kids Club and picked up a Nidoran female, and we immediately rushed her to Nidoqueen status. So I'm not left out anymore. I have a Nidoqueen. It's not as good as your other two Nidoqueens, but it's a Nidoqueen. And then I learned a horrible, horrible realization that Magnemite's garbage in Gen 1. So I went over to Route 10 looking for a Magnemite, and I caught a Magnemite. That was the goal. And then I realized he doesn't get a stab electric move. He doesn't get Thundershock until level 25, and until then he only moves Tackle and Sonic Boom. So it's like, well, and he like went in the box instantly. We named him Zeo, and we named our Nidoqueen Collie. And that was my session 1. Session 2, we started it up, and I was like, okay, I need to get, because Yellow's a little different. Has just a single Pokemon. It's level 28 Raichu, and theoretically I could just solo with Nidoqueen, but it'd be like one critical Mega Kick away from being a big fucking problem. So I was like, okay, let's go get some reassurance. And I went to the Rock Tunnel looking for a Geodude, and I got Machop, which is not great, but it wouldn't be. You can get some miles out of Machoke, but without us using trade evolutions, I don't know. It might, if he comes out, might something horrible might have happened. I don't know. We'll see. Named him Oni. Then I went to go battle Surge. I had cleared out the trainers the previous week with a Diglett that I caught. Big Garbo. Another shout out to my first Nuzlocke. Named after
Gosh dang Garbo.
Vimbert picked that name when I first did it, so we kept the trend going. Which was my Diglett cave encounter. Spoiler alert, was the Diglett. But Diglett loses miles in this format because Dig and Fly aren't allowed in Showdown.
Yep.
So there's no stab ground moves on Diglett till like level 47, which is a bummer because I actually like Diglett and Dugtrio. But the Surge battle, I should have probably lost 2 Pokemon in theory. I led with Shogun the Whipping Bell, and I got the Stun Spore right away, first round. No, second round it missed, but he had a Growl that failed too. I got that Growl RNG that my host had been getting in the rival fights. Still not bitter. Not bitter about the first rival loss. And I kept him in. I did a cut, and it did not that much damage. But then he hit me with a Thunderbolt, and it brought me to half HP. So therefore, if it would have crit, it might have been close. If he would have low rolled, I would have been fine. But if he would have like high rolled, he would have been dead. So instead of just switching to Nidoqueen like a smart person, I was like, okay, let's bring out Cheese Whiz the Raticate and get some like chip damage on him. And I come in there and I'm faster than him because Raichu's paralyzed at this point. And I hit a Hyper Fang and it drops him low, but then he hits me with a crit Thunderbolt and like brings me down to 11 HP. And I was like, well then, no, it wasn't crit. It wasn't a crit. It was just a regular.
Oh,
so a regular Thunderbolt brought me down to like 11 HP. So if it would have crit, which it should have, because at this point Surge had used the next speed, and Raichu's fast, and Gen 1 is if you go fast, you get more crits. So at that point, I was like, okay, Nidoqueen can come out, Kali can come out and finish the job, which she did, and then Surge was done. So after Surge, I made a note of my team, and then I went and I leveled a bunch of the B Squad folks. I leveled up these hands, the Mankey. I leveled up Venonat, Lamp the Venonat, and I leveled up Garbo, the Diglett. and I benched both my starters this week. So
Big play.
Pikachu and Magnum Dong, the big MD Pikachu, and Menma, the Charmeleon, both got benched.
A real
And
power move would have been to like bench everything except one Pokemon and
yeah, exactly.
like bring
The
it.
Oh, go ahead.
Hmm?
Oh, sorry, I thought you said something. The
No.
all right, we're good.
You good? That's it?
Well, I think Menma, the Charmeleon, will come back out once he has access to Slash, but that's not till level 33, so 2 more weeks on that. And that kind of wrapped up my week. Nice short week, so I figured I'd do some grinding on the B squad while we had time, so I didn't have to do it later. Now I'll turn it over to
Before
Mr. Zed.
before you
Oh,
turn it over, can we just talk about your B squad grinding and these hands' crit rate? Can we just address that real quick?
these hands, the Mankey has, I think, the current record of, I think, 28 Karate Chop crits in a row. Just in a row, murdering Spearows and Sandshrews. The,
I was sitting in chat watching that live and I got very afraid.
the only time he wasn't critted was when he ran out of PP. So, oh, I also leveled Kerbo, the Wigglytuff, who's a big, scary level 24 Wigglytuff that knows Pound and Sing.
Ooh.
So,
You already gave up your Mega Punch, didn't you?
I see. I was a big dumbhead and gave my Mega Punch to Nidoqueen right away, and I was like, "Well, Nidoqueen learns Body Slam
Body
at
Slam.
23, so
Yeah.
that was dumb on my part."
That
But
that was a big dumb.
you can buy Mega Punch in Celadon, so
Oh,
I get it.
can you?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Yeah,
it's one
it'll
of
be
the ones you
fine.
can buy.
All right. All
So
right.
it wasn't as big of a dumb. It was still a big dumb.
Yeah.
All right, now I can turn over to Mr. Zedward.
That's me.
Whoa.
All right, so yeah, I had to be careful this week because I didn't want to over level anybody because the level cap only went up by 3, and there was a lot of trainers to fight between the routes and SSN and whatnot. It ended up being okay because I did a lot of switch training. I started bringing in my B squad slowly and switch training them up to like dampen the experience and also just get other Pokemon trained. I got super lucky this week because I caught 2 Pokemon that I both really wanted. I got Meowth, which was like the reason I chose blue was because I really wanted the tiny slim chance of getting Meowth, and I got him. So
Yeah, Vimbert immediately sent me a PM when that happened, a DM when that happened. I was just like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
I was not happy about the Meowth pickup.
yeah, he won't be a real threat until like end game because I looked at it and as a Meowth, he learned Slash at 44. As a Persian, he learned Slash at 51.
Ooh, shit! I didn't know
Okay.
that.
So
Okay.
it's like end game threat, like
The
Elite
long
Four.
con.
Yeah. So I'm considering keeping him as a Meowth and getting the earlier Slash, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
There's still plenty of other normal stab moves you could teach it though. Like,
Yeah, he's got Payday. Woo.
oh, you picked up
Get
that
that
body
money.
slam.
I,
Picked up
I
that body slam TM.
yeah, I think he's got Bite, which is good. It's
Yeah,
okay.
bite
Yeah.
is normal in Gen 1. You are correct.
Yep. And then I also got Drowsy, and if you haven't heard the story before, Drowsy carried me through my first Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke, so I'm super happy about having another one. So I did lots and lots of training. Like you guys said, it was a pretty easy rival battle, easy victory. Uh, then I had all my Pokemon. Uh, I trained up the team I wanted to bring to the gym. I got them up to like 23 maybe. I don't think I got them all the way to max level, any of them. I had a few evolutions. I got a Sand Slash and a Golbat now. Uh, so then I went into the gym and I fought Lieutenant Surge, and it went by so fast. Like I didn't even like stop using this quote unquote space bar that I'm not using, and Yeah, I didn't like switch my music back. I was just it was like a 30-second battle, and I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
I probably should have like drawn that out a little bit. Whoops. So well.
Well, yeah, because I remember I was playing an archaic RPG that has the old save system. So like you were starting, I was like, okay, I go find a save point, and like in the 10 minutes it took me to find a save point, the the gym battle was over. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I
Yeah,
was like,
I definitely like ran through it because right before it, I was like, you know what? I got this dig TM and I have this sand slash. I may as well just use it now. Whatever. And I taught him dig, and then just yeah, 1, 2, 3. His Pokemon were down. I was just like, wow, that was maybe a little too fast. There was no real content there.
stab's a hell of a dig. Dig or stab dig, excuse me, is a hell of a drug.
Yeah,
It
too
really
bad. Too
is.
bad I
In
can't use it in
PvE.
PvP. You know, it's even stronger in Gen 1. It's like as strong as Earthquake.
Yeah, its base power is stupid,
That's crazy.
and like there's value to it in PvE. Like there might be times where I pull out my Diglett and use his dig, but in like you were bringing it up, I think it was either week 1 or week 2, one of the last 2 episodes that we did. But you're like in competitive, it's not great. You just like, oh, it's
Yeah.
digging a hole. Well, it'd be a shame if I put a flying Pokemon in.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's pretty predictable. So
yeah.
I mean, you still could probably get off some hits, but yeah, it's predictable. But yeah, besides that, I trained up every single one of my Pokemon up to the level cap after the gym. So got options now.
There you go. Got to have
Yeah.
the roster got to be deep for.
So what I'm hearing is I should have
So what I'm hearing is I should have
and I
trained up my
definitely
B
didn't.
squad this week.
No, I don't know. I like there probably be maybe it's jumping ahead a little bit, but I don't think week 4. I'm knocking on wood or fake Walmart wood that this desk is made out of now, and week 4 is not as scary. But you probably
Alright.
next we're taking on the long break, so you might want to grind up some B squad during there because week 5 and 6 might get spicy. We'll see.
Fair enough.
I had a question for both you guys. We're only 3 weeks in right now, right? But has there been any Pokemon that have come out and like surprised you guys on your teams that you normally wouldn't be running? And like I said, it's still early right now, but
Definitely my Oddish, which has now evolved into Gloom, Nap and Fap, named at the overwhelming demand of twitch.tv/u_gaming. I don't generally run grass types. I don't really have a reason for that, but Oddish has been incredibly solid, like really slow, but just super tanky. And with all the status ailment access and being able to self heal through Absorb and eventually Mega Drain,
mm,
I've really been impressed with how well it's been performing.
you'll be able to bump her on up to a Vileplume next week too. You got to access that Leaf Stone.
Oh yeah.
I don't have that option with Weeping Bell because I'm a moron deleted Vine Whip. So level 38, here we come for that Razor Leaf. But what about you, Zed? Is there any surprises?
No, I value all Pokemon. All Pokemon are
Oh,
wonderful.
Okay, okay.
There we go.
But no, I mean maybe my Beedrill because that's not a Pokemon I usually use, and I was happy to have a Pokemon that actually has stab bug moves and is a bug type. And
Yeah, I will say that,
Yeah.
that was my pick for you too. And the Beedrill, like the first time I experienced Twin Needle in PvP, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, it hits hard, it crits, and it has like 2 chances to poison you. Like,
yeah,
Yeah, I definitely got caught off guard by that last week.
despite
yeah, I
despite
didn't even expect it would do so good, but
yeah, despite it like poison, like base poison being heavily nerfed in Gen 1, it was still impressive. As far as my pick, I kind of like in the same vein as Vimbert. My like Weeping Bell is solid. Like it doesn't have as good of a it doesn't have any stab grasp, like I said, because I'm a moron. But it still has Stun Spore and Sleep Powder and then Wrap and Cut. And I think the real utility of it is in catching Pokemon. It makes catching Pokemon real easy. Like you just Sleep Powder and then Wrap isn't gonna OHKO anybody, So you can kind of whittle it down. And like I like maybe not so much in the PvP, but in PvE, there hasn't been an encounter where I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna kill this Pokemon, you know, and I don't have to worry about missing an encounter because I'm a moron and kill it. But you just sleep powder wrap and getting a lot of miles out of old Shogun. But on that note, we have some people following along with us, playing from
Yes,
home,
indeed.
part of the Take the Shot Media Discord. I'll lead it off. Our main man, Inception _7. Okay, so before leaving Cerulean, I picked up Bulbasaur, who I was forced to name the Mets baby. There's a story behind that we might get into in a dark time, but wasn't going to use for PvP, but only for gyms and stuff. Then I traveled south towards Vermilion on Route 6, and I caught an Abra, which I named Rainies. Lucky bastard. I went into the SS Anne and did all that shit. Except I didn't, because I missed a room because I didn't get the rest TM.
Oof. Big oof.
I seriously don't know Gen 1 at all. Anyways, I fast forwarded to Route 11 on accident and ran into a Drowsy, which made me feel very fortunate, and it hurt a bit with my now Ivysaur before attempting to catch it. Until I realized, to my horror, I didn't have a Pokeball. Dun dun dun.
Oh,
Anyways,
no.
a couple crits later, and the aforementioned Drowsy had slain my Ivysaur. R.I.P.
Oh,
to the
no.
baby. Yes.
Oh, man, that is the worst luck. That's horrible.
I then traveled to Diglett Cave, where I one-shot the first Diglett I saw. Not my week. So I went back up, and instead of doing the gym right away, I went to Route 9 and caught a Nidoran male, which I named Ram. I then went fishing in Route 10 for a Magikarp I named Haku. I think I'm saying that right. Haku, Haku.
Yeah, I would say
Sounds
that.
right.
I ended up traveling back to the starting area using my newly acquired cut and stuff, and I didn't catch anything, but I found another Moonstone that I used on Ram to get Nidoking. Anyways, I traveled back to Vermilion City, fought Surge, killed his Raichu with Sandslash pretty easily. Big RIP to the Mets baby.
Yeah, that's a harsh toke for sure.
That's a rough week. Missing some catches and losing your starter, but Nidoking and Gyarados, those are good pickups. So.
Yeah, I'll say
Those are good gets.
Those are that heals the wound a little for me, is grabbing a Nidoking and a Gyarados. You know,
Yeah.
Gyarados, you know, it's pretty accessible, but Nidoking's a good, interesting pickup.
Yep.
Definitely. We also had an update from Manta Style, who says, not much excitement this week. Caught a Meowth in Route 5, delayed my Route 6 encounter for a future fish, and caught a Drowsy in Route 11. Caught the obligatory Diglett, and then fished a Magikarp in Vermilion. Apparently the fish there have great genetics. There's a story behind that.
Oh,
Surge
yeah.
and Rival both went down without any casualties. So, Manta, Hugh, and I were kind of talking in his stream, and apparently Manta's Gyarados just has stats that are like leagues better than Hugh's in like basically everything, to the point where we're like, how? Literally how?
It's better. It's better than everything I have.
After dark, after this, it's just gonna be Monta's Gyarados whooping our asses.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's the spoiler alert for that, but no deaths though. Got some good captures. Doing the big brain, saving a route for the fishing rod.
Yep.
All right. Then last but not least, J Bob, short little blurb. He caught a Rattata south of Misty's Town. Then after the underground tunnel, caught Abra. That's a good one. Went west of Vermilion, caught Drowsy. Completed the SS Anne, went to Surge. He put his Eevee, because he had an Eevee starter, he put Eevee first and immediately swapped into Swiggle the Butterfree and watched it die.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Then I went into Sandslash and attacked it and killed Raichu, and his Eevee went up to level 25.
No.
But that is...
We can probably let that slide in after dark. We'll be all right.
It's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
I think he actually needed it to be at
Yeah.
25 to get into Showdown. So
You can't put it in Showdown until it's level 25.
Wow.
So, we don't have our own honor in the fallen, but we could take a moment for the Mets baby and Swiggle the butterfly.
yeah,
Yep.
I think that's worth it.
Yeah,
Taken from our community too soon.
too soon. I don't want to be that guy, but he pivoted Swiggle in there. Did he want to kill Swiggle? We gotta follow the money. How deep does this go?
It's all a conspiracy.
That's this week. This week, I definitely felt you have to bring your gym team to PvP because like I'm like, okay, I have three Pokemon that I could fight Surge with. I need those other three for PvP. But if those other three come out in Surge, that Raichu's gonna fucking one shot him. Like,
See, I did. Yeah, I guess I had it pretty easy because I was just confident that my Nidoqueen could just annihilate his entire team.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
You know, not that I trained up backup members anyway, but
I don't know. I guess I was probably more afraid of Mega Kick and Mega. I think he has both of them actually. I think I was more afraid of Mega Kick than I should have been. I should have just, like I said, Surge could have been bad for your boy, but I think
nearly was.
It nearly was. It nearly was. All right. I think it's about that time, folks, for the PvP section of the week. Let's see if I can give people a seizure with my. I'm emulating a battle.
Oh
Mortal
God!
Kombat.
Throw the cheater blinder up. I updated it.
Oh,
It says you.
cheater blinder.
There you go. And
I don't want to lose my pro strats.
I believe it's you and Zed up first.
It is. So
All right. So for those of you who don't know, we have a point tracking system for everything we do. Lose points for losing Pokemon among us hosts, and gain points for rival victories, gym wins, and also wins in PvP. So this is really where the differences start to come in. Hugh has had very good luck so far. So oh yeah, and there are the rules linked in chat if you're watching live. I assume the VOD will have those linked below if you want to take a read.
Oh, there's a challenge.
Yeah, I sent you a challenge. It was you and me first, right? We're going 1st? Okay.
Oh gosh. Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
Oh my God.
Oh, I validated last night, I promise.
The lack of professionalism.
Fill the dead air. Fill the dead air.
All right, I'll send one.
So this is kind of, you get to see how the sausage is made a little bit. Pokemon Showdown's very strict about its IVs and DVs, which is, you know, perfectly legitimate if you're trying to be a little more competitive. But for us, where Gen 1, where those don't actually exist, we kind of just have to manipulate the sliders until we have the correct stats. And it also says they're all fine, because if you just manipulate all the DVs, it'll be like, well, this can't actually exist. And we're like, well, yeah, we know. We're just trying to get an actual team from the game into your site that focuses on like level 100 battles, and we're like level 24.
I want you to see. So we might have a bigger issue. I didn't change anything, and I just validated it said Gen 1 OU, so we'll see.
Okay.
Okay. You ready then?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I guess it works now.
It worked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. I am watching, so feel free to go to war, gents. Looks like we have a classic matchup, Seinfeld the Beedrill versus Avis the Fearow.
I was like looking at your team and I was like, what is he going to start with? And that was probably one of my last picks for what you would start with. So good job. You pulled the wool over my eyes or something.
What is... Oh, and an immediate switch out to Sandhue as Avis does a crit on a peck. Out for blood. But can Hugh strike down something that bears his own name?
Yeah. Actually, it's against the law.
I'm going for voodoo magic here. Everything he does is going to hurt himself.
This was the strat all... Ooh! That is a brutal crit on Callie right into the switch. Body slam hitting for only 19%, and another crit on Callie. Santine proving very tanky against that Nidoqueen offense.
I'm ready for my first win against Hugh. Here we go.
We have a swap into Cheese Whiz the Raticate as the crits continue from Slash. Sandhue out for blood. The water gun super effective, and another crit. Cheese Whiz goes down.
Oh no.
Sanji, but here's Yamato, the only Gyarados among us three hosts, I think, unless I missed something. As we get the swap to Slagathor, Bubble Beam gets resisted for a little chip damage. So do you have a swap here, or how do you proceed? And do you try to predict the swap, or do you think he's going to stay in? The levels of strategy here. Swap to Bobby, Butterfree, and Leech Seed, classic move for Ivysaur. But now we've got, oh, there's that Sleep Powder, as Leech Seed does a little bit of its work, but Slagathor can't make a move. Switch to, as Slagathor stays in, and Hugh gets a clean switch to Shogun.
The cut.
Cut, taking that bulb down to size, but only hitting for 21%. Slagathor decently tanky. Waking up, and there's that wrap.
Oh
There's
my
that
God.
denial strategy. There's always the question, do you try and swap out, or do you just grin and bear it? There's the swap out at Seinfeld, as Wrap whiffs. Oh, super effective Twin Needle. Seinfeld absolutely annihilating Shogun. Hugh down 2 Pokemon. Zedward got some injuries, but hasn't suffered a KO just yet. As Fearow comes out. Avis. Our reigning champion at a disadvantage. As Metallica, the Nidoqueen, comes out. The Fury attack hits once, twice, only twice. Metallica tanking those hits with that Nidoqueen bulk. Oh, we got another swatch out to Bobby as Mega Punch whiffs. Clean swap for Hugh. Probably very glad to see that. So you gotta wonder, do we have another switch? Maybe even 2 coming out. What's the, oh, there's the body slam.
I definitely forgot
Decent
I had
damage.
body slam.
I was wondering why you mega punched me. I thought it was the disrespect. I was like, okay, asshole.
Net paralysis letting confusion. Body slam once again. Bobby not looking so okay, Dad.
I'm not okay, Dad.
Oh, but the full para. Metallica starting to be in dangerous territory. Barely hanging on. Oh, but another full para. As Bobby crits just to send a message. There's Norgon. Zed's own Raticate coming out.
Old dependable.
And a fast Hyper Fang takes down Bobby. But Avis the Fearow, a fearsome competitor. I'll see myself out. Got a Fury attack. 1, 2. Only 2. But Hyper Fang whiffing. That's big. Avis is a pretty speedy boy. Fury attack goes once, twice. Not great luck with that Fury attack as another crit coming out from Zed's side of the field.
That is some bad Fury attack luck.
Mm-hmm. Fury.
Again, wow.
Ow! That is unbelievable. You down to 2 Pokemon. Zedward sitting with 5. Can Yamato start to turn this around?
I don't know if I can outspeed. Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, flinch on Hyper Fang. That is a brutal. Another Hyper Fang goes out. Another flinch! What is that, like a 1% chance of hitting that twice in a row?
I mean, probably. I think
That
it's
is
like
crazy.
a 10% chance hit.
Yamato hanging on. Bubble Beam. Oh, but speed loss. Yamato might be able to finish off Norgon here. Assuming Norgon stays in. Oh, but the quick attack. As it crits. So it's down to just injured Kali. As a quick double kick takes down Norgon, but Zedward having a variety of options here. Odds are certainly against Kali. As Seinfeld comes to finish the job with a Twin Needle.
Oh, GG.
Oh, man, my first win against Hugh. Hugh's first loss.
My first L
Yeah.
handed to me.
Oh, man, that felt good. I don't want to like sound like a dick, but you needed that.
Hey, I was humble in victory. I don't want to hear it.
All right, all right, all right. Good game though. Good game.
Good game. Good game.
Good. You really actually had some bad luck there, especially with all those fury attacks. Like
I had four
that was crazy.
two-hitting fury attacks, and then the 2 flinches. Oh,
and all the crits you got hit with. It's hard to watch.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
Mm-hmm. So I believe Zed, it's you and me up next.
It is. I passed the stick to Mr. Vimber. Let me know when you guys are in the battle.
All right, we are live.
I just see. Oh yeah, I gotta find. Sorry, I'm bad at this. Still, I'll be good next week. Here we go. All right, here we go. We got in the blue corner, we have Seinfeld, the Beedrill, coming out for Zedward. And then I'm going to start calling him the Colonel, Vimbert, with Solid Snake in the lead in the red corner. Yeah. Gentlemen, let's go to war.
The yellow spray for Arbok is way better than the red and blue sprites.
Right.
Solid Snake leading with that Bison. Gets the pair off right away. Twin Needle coming out. Super effective. Critical hit. 1-2. Solid Snake goes down.
Got that paralyzed, though. That's a good start.
These bug moves, I swear to God.
Kadabra. Kobe coming out. Seinfeld paralyzed, though.
Yeah. I think we're going to lose Seinfeld here.
Good.
Confusion enough to bury Seinfeld. It's a 1-1 match. The tables have been evened. I don't know. Words. Norgon the Rat Hit comes out. Kobe.
Oh, how the turns have been tabled.
Revia the Nidoqueen comes out. Hyper Fang, 28% damage. Still a pretty decent chunk. Our opponents stare each other down. Here comes Sand Slash, the Body Slam. Sand Slash versus... Oh, another Body Slam, another Para for Vimbert.
I wonder, does Paralyze...
Here's the Bubble Beam.
Oh,
the
crap.
critical hit!
I definitely forgot you had Bubble Beam.
Sand Slash answers with a crit of its own. However, he's sitting at 2%. Revia goes to sleep, takes a little nappy. Full Para. Revia turned 2 asleep. There's Sand Attack, lowering that accuracy. Playing the long game here. Revia woke up. Oh, another full Para. Is the Sand Attack going to be enough?
We can hope. No.
There's the Bubble Beam, enough to bury Sandhue. The Sand Slash.
Touche, sir. Touche.
Nidoqueen, Metallica versus Metallica versus Metallica. Nidoqueen versus Nidoqueen.
Battle of the
Queen's
Bands.
Gambit, if you would. Yes, Battle of the Bands. Revia is still suffering from that Sand Attack, but Metallica, Bubble Beam of her own. The Bubble Beam goes wide. The Sand Attack paying dividends on the side of Zedward. Ooh, potentially predicting the switch in. Body Slam Paras. 3 Body Slams this round. 3 Paralyzes to go with them.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
This is fine.
There's another Body Slam enough to put Kobe back down, and the score is leveled to 4 versus 4 Pokemon. Here comes Hailbell, the War Turtle. Out goes Metallica. Ooh, the Tail Whip. The 2 starters stare each other down as here goes Hailbell. In comes Borb, that Fearow. Sligathor sitting with a stage down in defense, but he goes away in favor of Nidoqueen, the Peck, doing 14% damage. Metallica sitting at 86% HP. Borb, the Firo, sitting at 92%. Here comes Nap and Fap. It's Gloom. He eats a critical hit body slam. Of course he gets paralyzed too. 4 body slams, 4 paras. The body slam. Oh, Nap and Fap holds on and gets a sleep powder off.
Oh,
Huge
there it is.
Whew.
Now we're going to see the Absorb try to bring it back up. No, here comes Golbat. It's a bat. Is a bat. The full para ticking off, of course. Revia coming back out into the Leech Life. Still super effective, but Leech Life is not great in Gen 1. Or every gen up until 7. Bite. Enough to do damage, but Revia resting up.
Good move. Man, you just barely got that rest off.
I'm a gambling man.
Confused and asleep. Revia facing Isobat. Here comes Ivysaur coming out. Revia wakes up. Leech Seed goes out for Borb. Slagathor. Oh, Metallica the Sleepy. Oh, I was getting the 2 hits. You just get a miss, though. Leech Seed doing a little work. Here comes 1, 2 times. Leech Seed healing it back up a little bit. Metallica still asleep from Nap and Fap. Here goes 1, 2, 3 times. Leech Seed healing again. Metallica still asleep, though, from the sleep powder by Nap and Fap. Borb with the leer, dropping that defense down a little lower. Metallica still snoozing away. Someone set the alarm. There's 10, 10, 11,
wow.
10.
Oh,
we
wow.
got a 5-hitter, folks.
Wow.
There it is. Big 51% of the HP damage there in that 1 Fury attack. Out. Oh, wakes up. Is there going to be... Wow, a body slam without a paralyze here. Hail Bell.
Amazing.
Against Metallica. There's the body slam. Water gun enough to bury Metallica, though. Vimbert takes the lead, although his Gloom is pretty beat up now. Fap's pretty beat up. Out comes Slagathor again, completely healthy. Here comes Borb, the Firo. The Leech Seed goes out. A lot of Zed's tanky options have kind of been taken care of away, but here comes Norgon coming back out. The Peck doing 80%, but that Leech Seed sapping a little bit of that HP there. Here comes Nidoqueen coming out. Hyper Fang, 30% HP on Revia.
I forgot it's still at full health. That rest. That rest might be like the OP move of the game.
Hyper Fang into a body slam, no para, no flinch.
Yeah, what are the odds of Hyper Fang flinching anyway?
Yeah, I don't know. Pretty bad, right? Especially Tyson a row, right? Pretty crazy. Hyper Fang, 31% HP. Revia with the rest. Takes a little nappy. Takes a little nappy.
If there can be no victory, I will fight forever.
There you go. That's the magic card we love to hear. That's the flavor text. Revia's still asleep.
I was like, oh, I just need a little bit more.
Also, remind me to talk about rest in After Dark. Side note.
Yeah.
Hyper Fang goes wide. There is another Hyper Fang in the water gun doing 21%, although Norgon's sitting healthy with 40%, Hail Bell at 17%. Hailbell goes down to that Hyper Fang, trusty Hyper Fang, old reliable.
One.
There's
two.
the Fury attack. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh.
The critical hit says no, though. All left on the table is Nap and Fap, the Paralyzed Gloom, and Revia, the Nidoqueen. Revia comes out. 20%. Is the Hyper Fang enough? The Hyper Fang is enough to bring down Revia. Here comes Gloom. Staring down the loaded barrel of a quick attack from Norgon, and Zed goes 2-0 this week in PvP.
Good game,
Dang,
Denver.
good match, sir.
Oh my god, I thought I was gonna lose.
I thought you were gonna lose too.
Wow, that was good.
Yeah, and I did see a question in the chat while we were battling. We're too early to have surf, so that's why
yeah.
you didn't see that going out. I did my best.
You did great.
You did good.
You did better than Matt did.
You did do better than I did. Wow, way to give away my identity.
Oh.
Now everybody knows my real name.
Exposed in 4K.
No, I said my guy. My guy.
Oh, okay.
My boy.
Oh, I can send you an invite, I suppose, too.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oh, shit. Zed would go away.
Okay, I sent one to you.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, I'm in.
All right.
Know when you're ready. There's Zedward.
Yep, I'm ready. Go ahead.
I don't know why it doesn't scroll down right away on the side. You can't see it because my cheater blinder, but...
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't have that issue.
We got Hugh starting with Shogun the Weeping Bell, which I guess that means you switched up your starter. That's a interesting move. And
I did.
And Vembert starting with Kobe the Kadabra. So yeah, everyone coming into this with tactics. Hugh switches to Butterfree to absorb that confusion. Took about a third-ish of his health. Then Kobe used Thunder Wave. Very interesting. And Bobby the Butterfree responds with Stun Spore. We got 2 paralyzes in one turn. Kobe can't move. Bobby whiffs the Supersonic. Another paralyze. And another paralyze on Bobby.
What if we both just don't get to play the game?
That'd be amazing.
What an amazing battle. Everyone is remaining still and missing their attacks.
This is the peak content that people tune in for.
This is the bloodbath. There it is.
Oh, Kobe gets off another confusion, and Bobby hits with Supersonic, confusing Kobe. So between paralyzing and confusing moves, and what an interesting battle. Hugh switches to Cheese Whiz, though, deciding to save Bobby the Butterfree. Kobe hits himself in confusion. So confused that he switched that he decided to punch himself. Vembert switching to Hail Bell. Get rid of that confusion and absorb the blow from Cheese Whiz. Cheese Whiz did a pretty good chunk of damage with that Hyper Fang, 38% damage. There's another Hyper Fang. Hail Bell using Tail Whip, trying to get Cheese Whiz into hit zones. And there's another Hyper Fang finishing off Hail Bell. Raticate remains a threat in this week.
Metal Gear.
Vembert sends out Solid Snake.
Metal Gear.
What can this Arbok bring? Cheese Whiz missing. And then getting hit by that big body slam. With that defense drop, it did a total of 42% damage. Cheese Whiz hits with the Hyper Fang that time, and then gets hit by another body slam. Is Solid Snake going to live long enough to finish him off? It looks like that's a yes. Solid Snake takes down the threat of Cheese Whiz. We're now even 5-5. Hugh sends out Furo to finish off Solid Snake. Is Vim going to switch? Our opponents stare into each other's eyes. Vimber does switch, deciding to save Solid Snake. He sends out Revia to absorb that blow. Being a Nidoqueen, take a good few hits safely. Hugh switches to his own Nidoqueen. Now we have Queen on Queen battle. Of course,
moron. I just saw you do that.
Of course, Hugh forgets the mistake I made. That Revia has Bubble Beam.
Yes, it does. Fucker.
Now Hugh has to make the decision. Does he keep it in or switch? He switches to Shogun. Revia, maybe predicting that switch, decides to use Rest to heal back all of his lost HP. And then an interesting switch over to Borb. Instead of waiting out his sleeping turns, he switches to his Furo, an obvious response to Weeping Bell. Now is Hugh going to keep switching in Pokemon and absorbing blows on behalf of that Weeping Bell? No, he does not. Borb is stuck within the Weeping Bell's wrap. Oh, but he gets out and uses Peck, a critical, super effective hit that takes down Shogun in one hit. Amazing. Now we got a Furo and Furo as Hugh sends out Avis, his own. I wish I had a Furo. Oh, Baron Bird.
R.I.P. Baron.
That's another 2-hit Fury attack from Hugh's Avis. I see it has not lost its touch.
No, we're only doing 2s tonight.
The 1-2 tap.
Apparently.
And Vimbert switches in Revia. Obviously wanting to take in a few of those hits. Avis actually gets off 4 hits with that Fury attack that time. Pretty good. Hugh switches to Yamato, using the turn that Revia is asleep as a safe switch. Vimbert probably sweating now because obviously Yamato is a big threat to Nidoqueen. He switches back to Kadabra, taking in that Bubble Beam well due to his high special. Unfortunately, he had a speed drop. That on top of Paralyze, there is not any chance he's going to outspeed Yamato. But he gets off a Thunder Wave. Clutch move. Very good idea.
Let's go.
Very good tactic. Maybe you can't take down Yamato, but you can slow him down for everyone else. Yamato finishes off Kobe. Kobe not bringing a whole lot of damage, but definitely bringing a lot of paralysis, setting up Vimbert for success. Vimbert sends out Solid Snake, going to take advantage of that paralyzing Yamato to hopefully get off a good attack. And there it is, using Wrap. It's small damage, it's chip damage, but it's damage Vimbert will happily take. That is 3 turns, and now he follows it with a Body Slam, getting a little bit more damage off before Yamato pulls out another bite to finish off Solid Snake. Vimbert down to 3 Pokemon now, one of which he has not revealed what could be.
It's a Gloom. Whoa.
It's a Gloom!
Whoa.
Nappin' Fap coming out, saving the best for last.
Absolutely.
Using that Absorb. Lucky for Gyarados, he is dual flying type, so he does not take as much damage from grass type moves.
Paralysis, you mind working with me here?
The Paralysis I do not think has procced a single time on Yamato. So despite the speed drop, it's not really helping out Fimbert as much as
use all my RNG luck for me. All my RNG getting fucked happened in
Guess so.
Vimbert now starting to lose more Pokemon than he was probably planning. He sends out Borb. Hugh switches out his Gyarados into Callie the Nidoqueen. There's 2 hits from Borb. Now Borb can hopefully finish off Nidoqueen in 1 hit. Let's see if he connects. Otherwise, it may be a death sentence. There's Peck. And that does finish off Callie the Nidoqueen. But Hugh sends back out his Fearow. Revia switching in, taking those hits, trying to save Fearow for a quick revenge kill. But Hugh uses Leer, taking down the defense of Vimbert's last bulky Pokemon. Oh, but he misses the Fury attack. Revia connects with a Body Slam. No proc paralysis that time. Fearow doing a surprising amount of taking against those Body Slams. I am surprised. Vimbert switches back to Borb, throwing it underneath Avis to be sacrificed in a bloody bath of attacks of most fury. Vimbert down to just Revia. Hugh switching over to Bobby, taking in an attack. We're now down to 2-1. Vimbert sleeping, or not sleeping, but restful Revia against Hugh, who has a paralyzed Gyarados and Avis's Fearow at about 57% health. Will Vimbert pull this off? A closer battle there has not been. A 2-hit Fury attack. Oh, Avis just missed a Fury attack. Reva used a Bubble Beam on the last turn and now used Body Slam again. Revia might be able to pull this off. Let's see. Will Hugh Gaming pull off a miraculous 5-hit Fury attack? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. Not enough to finish him off, but it's close. Now, the real question, will Revia finish off Yamato before Yamato hits Revia? This is the closest battle I think we have ever had before. Is Vimbert going to pull off a miraculous win? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There it is, folks.
GG.
Oh my
GG,
gosh.
sir.
Woo.
Holy.
Amazing. Easily the best battle we have ever had. Vimbert, who has never lost a never won a battle,
One.
beating Hugh, the undefeated champion until tonight.
But Hugh certainly making me work for it. Excellent fight,
man.
sir.
An amazing battle, literally down to the last Pokemon and the last bit of health.
I knew rest was going to be good for me this week, but I underestimated how good.
No kidding. I did not expect rest being such the clutch move. And Yamato pushing through all that paralysis until the very last turn when it really counted.
Yeah, it's like if this is going to be the one. It was like, no, good game. So update our point totals here. Mine's easy to update because it didn't change.
Oh.
Oh man, intense, amazing. I loved it. That was a bunch of great battles.
Yeah, I am now.
160. Where do you go to, Vim?
I go to 130. Starting to make up that ground. And Zed, our undefeated king of PvP for the week.
Yeah, I get 2 weeks of being undefeated. What with next week being a holiday.
Oh,
Sorry.
right.
Sorry, I realized after I said it, the joke kind of flew over everyone's head.
I was sitting here confused for a second, for sure. What's your point total at now?
I believe I went from, let's see, we get 15 for a PvP, correct?
Yep,
So,
per
yeah,
PvP
I
win.
think I'm at 170 now.
Oh man.
I think that makes me the new leader.
Yep, Zed pulling
It
into the
does.
lead.
Pulling into the lead after like I said, the rival battle. I said earlier today that rival battle is gonna haunt me in the beginning, but it's okay. We'll rally. We'll be all right.
That's all right. I'm gonna start writing down my horrible rules for Gen 2 that are
Oh,
gonna
there you go.
bring out nightmares for everyone.
There we go.
We must unite against this evil here.
Exactly. I don't think Zed wants us to clear Gen 2. I think he wants it just Gen 2 is already the longest generation. He just wants to have be the forever gen that Pokeboomers dies on.
Jesus.
Live and die.
That's
All
true.
right.
Maybe I'll make a rule that just makes Gen 2 like super easy.
Okay. So our new point totals, like we said, Vimbert at 130, myself at 160, and then Zed at 170, the new leader. Then next week, let's talk about next week. There will be no episode next week.
Yep.
The little thing called Christmas.
Yep, Christmas and all those other holiday things going on.
Yep. So there will be no episode next week. We'll still be watching the Discord, which I'll link in the chat for. I think Vimbert planned to do some stream. I'm gonna be doing some stream of the Pokeboomers, and I'll be streaming other times throughout it. But
Yes. So there may be some of our solo stuff, but we won't have another
yeah,
big get together like this evening next week because that would fall on Christmas Eve.
yeah. But the 31st we'll be back at it with our week 4. We're gonna have Erica, the Celadon City gym leader. Our level cap will move to 29. And the set goals for next week are Erica, obviously, is the gym leader. We're going to clear Team Rocket out of Celadon City. And I think, did you guys answer my question about the rival? Can I make a unanimous decision that we have to go do the rival in Lavender Town?
I
Oh,
I think voted that it's up to you. I mean, everyone's gonna have to do it eventually. Whether you
Yeah.
do it this week or next week or whatever, it's up to you, I guess.
yeah, I think I forgot about that question if I'm completely honest.
Okay, yeah. So rival battle in Lavender Tower next week, then.
Sure.
For sure. Next week is a big week. Next week, we get access to Celadon City, where you can pick up a large number of Pokemon. The main one, kind of Eevee probably for everybody, but the Game Corner has some good picks too. Get the gambling streams rolling.
Hmm.
Along with those Pokemon, there's a lot of big TMs to be gained in Celadon City. You got your Rock Slides, your Hyper Beams, your Ice Beams. So
Psychic.
Oh, Psychic's in Saffron, but
That's in
you
Saffron.
technically will have access
Okay.
to Saffron.
My mistake.
But yeah. I don't know. You guys got anything else? I'm trying to think of what else I'm missing for week 4, but level cap's 29. But other than that,
Yeah, I don't know what's coming, so I have nothing to add.
there you go.
We'll hold your hand, Vimbert. Don't worry.
What's that?
We'll hold your hand.
That's why I go first, so you can follow in my mistakes.
I appreciate
I believe I'm going first this week, actually.
No, that's next week.
Oh, that's next week. Okay, my mistake.
Yeah, I'll be streaming on Saturday,
Okay.
so tomorrow.
Yep.
But
Nobody listened to me.
no one listened to Zed. All right.
It's just in the lead. Sheesh.
Yeah. Link them Discord or link them Twitch channels, my fellow host.
Yeah.
I am Few Gaming. If you're watching on this channel, then you're already there. I don't need to link it. You're there. But there's Vimbert.
I'm at twitch.tv/Vimbert. These days it's a lot of Pokemon streams. I also do some story-based stuff where I rant like a crazy conspiracy theorist trying to figure out the plot. Also been doing some stuff where I switch to a random game out of a possible pool of like 850 every 30 minutes. It's pretty chaotic, a lot of fun.
And I am Zedward from twitch.tv/playtogether_stay together. That's play together, stay together. I play a bunch of random games, mostly Pokemon nowadays.
And I got you in the chat with that link.
There we go.
Thank you.
Unless they're gonna link it, but yeah, if you guys aren't following them, follow them.
Yeah.
Please, I ask you kindly. Like I said, we'll be back the 31st for episode 4. Insert catchy title here when I get there. If you're following along at home, we're gonna be refreshing the stream here and going to Pokeboomers After Dark, where Monta will just beat us all down with his Gyarados. But
Yep. And everybody else in the community who's available can take us on, and we can kind of talk, relax a bit more. Thanks everybody for hanging out and joining us.
all right.
Bye.
We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. All right. We out.